Well, welcome everyone to Real People, Real Stories. We're so excited to bring you another guest tonight that's going to share her experience with redox signaling molecules. And before we get started, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Barbie Phillips, and I am a chiropractic physician for humans and animals. I was introduced to this technology that we're going to talk about tonight a little over 5 years ago, and it has been nothing less but wonderful results with both my human and animal clients. And so I definitely recommend this technology to my patients, and I hope that you will find some wonderful tidbits of information that will help you on your journey tonight. Now, if you are a guest and you have not heard of redox signaling molecules, I'd like to take just a moment to share information with you. What we're talking about is this product. It's called ASEA redox signaling cell signaling molecules, and it's a liquid. So we drink these molecules, or they have a gel, which is a rub-on form. And then more recently, they have our Redox Gold. Now, the difference between these two is this is more of a broad spectrum application, and this is a targeted relief and recovery product for sore muscles and joints, etc. So much that we could tell you about each of those products. But get back with the person that invited you to this Zoom, and they certainly can go through those details. Now, a little about redox signaling molecules. They are native to our human body and to animals, etc. Any cell needs redox molecules to function and increase cellular communication. But what can happen with toxins, environmental stress, injuries, aging process is we lose the ability to make these redox molecules, and our body just can't heal like it used to at the cellular level. So we are going to talk about how we can administer these products, this supplement, and replenish those cell signaling molecules so that we can again get our cells signaling like they should. So when we consume them, the body absorbs them into the cell very easily because they're small little molecules. And once the body absorbs them, they act as an on-off switch to your cells. They turn the good cells on and they turn the bad cells off. So in essence, their job is to detect bad cells, either repair them or replace them with good cells. And I don't know about you, but that sounds like something that I definitely want happening at the cellular level. And when we consume them, it acts as a cascade effect once that on-off switch effect happens, and it starts going to the neighboring cells around the ones that it's working on. And over time, this increases the ability for the body to have resilience to stress and overall wellness. I would like to mention a disclaimer that anything we talk about tonight is simply the experience and the testimony of our guest, who I will introduce to you just momentarily, and it is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any medical condition. So I would like to introduce our guest, Babs Fleischer, if I pronounced that correct. Did I get it closer? Okay. And Babs, I'm so excited that you could join us tonight. You're such a delight as a person, so I look forward to hearing about your journey. Could you please tell us a little about yourself and your background?
Sure. For the last 5 or 6 years, I've been taking care of a family friend. He had Parkinson's, and I had him on the Redux, but he could never remember to keep taking them. So I don't think it really helped him a lot since he was never consistent or anything. Uh, a little bit of my background, I'm Reverend Dr. Babs Fleischer. I was also CEO and COO of Mail America Corporation many, many years ago. And here I am with ASEA, thank God.
That's wonderful. So, how were you introduced to the redox molecules? Like, what got your attention about them?
Well, I had a severe gut problem, and I would just sit in my chair. And if anyone ever knows me, I'm always bouncing off the walls. It's fun. And I would just sit in my chair in my bedroom, just pain, and didn't tell anybody. And the Holy Spirit told me, "Open your mouth." So every Thursday we have a group of individuals. It's Thursday, And so I just happened to run into Alice McKinnon, Alice in Dallas, and I opened my mouth to her. And she says, I have the same problem. So she says, let's get together. And I said, okay, let's do this and give me some information. I'm always very open-minded. I had been to a nutritionist and a doctor, and it just didn't work out. So I got on the ASEA, and I'm still standing today.
That's awesome. So, what particularly, you mentioned having some areas of discomfort. Did you have those areas improve? Did you see other areas improve?
Yes, and on October 16th, I fell flat on my face on brick and went right to the hospital. And I had a golf ball size lump immediately. And after the MRI, I found out that I've got a concussion with a brain bleed. I have another MRI at the end of May. So I'm still dealing with that. And I have really upped my ASEA quite a bit. So it's helping.
Well, we definitely are sad to hear that you had that happen, and we're glad that you're recovering. So that's good. How much of the molecules do you drink daily? What did you start with? What are you at now? Do you change that
I
along the way?
started with like one in the morning and one before, after dinner. And now I'm on like six a day just because of brain bleed.
And when you say one, like 1 ounce,
Yeah, 1 ounce. Yeah,
is what you
yeah,
started with. And did
yes.
you have, when you said you're moving up to 6 a day with the brain bleed, is that something that you've just consistently taken since the brain bleed issue?
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Other
And
than that, before that, I was taking two in the morning and then two before I went to bed.
okay, so you had worked up to that minimum dose that they
Yeah.
recommend. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
And they did do studies. This product is actually had a lot of science and research behind it, and that's the minimum dosage that they do recommend is the 4 ounces daily. But if we have challenges or we're older, they do recommend that we step up that dosage. So have you had any experiences with utilizing either the Renew 28 gel or the Redox Gold? And could you tell us about that?
Oh, that's a definite yes. I always use the Renew 28 all over my face in the morning and before I go to bed, and on my carotid arteries. And I always get, when I go to my cardiologist, I always get clear carotid arteries. So that makes me happy. And then I just put it on my back, or if I've cut myself or burned myself, bam, put it right on, and it just feels it right away. And as far as the Redux Gold, oh, I love it. I have a sciatic nerve, and I just could not sleep. And once the Redux Gold came out, every night before I go to bed, I put it on my sciatic nerve and just well, above my leg, and then all the way down my leg to my knees, front and the back, and I can sleep. And if maybe rarely in the middle of the night it decides to kick my butt, I just grab the gold, put it on, and just show it who's boss, and it's I can go back to sleep and the pain is gone.
That is good. And just to remind people, we are not treating a medical condition like sciatica, or we're not treating pain, but it does work on the inflammatory response of the body. All these redox products do. Also works on cardiovascular health, and it works on your healthy digestive system, hormone modulation, and our immune response. So there's a lot of great benefits to these products, even though we're not treating medical conditions. If we can get those cells healthier and control some of these responses of the body's symptoms do often decrease. So you mentioned putting this on your back and where you had the discomfort going down your leg. So that is something that they do recommend when you have an area of discomfort that is down channel from where the nerve supply is, that you put this on the beginning of the nerve supply as well as that area of discomfort. So that's great that you're doing that. That's wonderful. Would you speak a little? What?
I said, I'm learning from y'all as we've gone along where to put it.
Yeah, you're doing great. So, would you speak a little bit about the business opportunity and what you've experienced with that?
It's a great business opportunity. I always said I would never do network marketing again. However, network marketing was showy, showy, showy of big cars, houses, boats. This is really next level marketing. And what that means is that we come from the heart. We don't discuss all the money and cars and all of that. It's more, how can we help people? And I'm an empath, so I always love to help people. And so it's just been a great business opportunity, a great way to make friends and travel with friends to events. And it's been really blessed having the time in ASEA.
That's great. It truly is a development, a network of people that are like-minded and just support one another. As I've never seen anything like it myself either. So I certainly call each person that I meet an ASEA friend, and it's nice to be able to meet people that you can have something in common with, but we all have a common purpose, which is serving others and helping others. So that's great. So, do you have any comments, Babs, about the company and the leadership? Have you met any of the leadership? Have you been to corporate at all? Tell me what your experience is.
My very first Super Saturday with Terry Latham was the speaker was um, you know, president, not the president. Oh, sorry, this is when my brain bleed comes
That's
through.
okay.
You know, his son, help me. You know, the
Tyler.
man that died, Virgil,
Tyler?
Tyler. Thank you,
Tyler,
Tyler.
okay. Mhm.
Thank you. Yes, he was the guest speaker. Whoa, whoa. I was just so blessed to hear Tyler. It just, he blew me away. And I read energy, people's energy, and I could see the heart chakra opened and
Mm,
wow. And then I got to just chat with him a little bit afterwards, and he was so humble and so very kind. And you know, Terry Latham and um, oh, guy from Ireland, help me, guy from Ireland, Alan Noble. So
oh, uh-huh.
you know, they love to banter back and forth, which is hilarious. So after that, I was going to my first convention, and I had an ASEA shirt on. No, I didn't. He did. Helen had a ASEA shirt on, and so I went over to him. I says, "Hey, you're going to the same place I am." And he goes, "I forgot your name." Well, he never met me yet. And I said, "Well, I forgot your name," because I didn't know who he was actually. And he says, "My name's Alan Noble." I'm going, well, I didn't know what he looked like or anything.
Right.
But anyways, it was just pretty funny.
I'm sure you both have remembered each other since.
Oh
So,
yeah, oh yeah, oh for sure. Yeah, he's so awesome. I just love him.
so would you say that certainly the leadership has a heart for the people that are running, it as a business, but also just for people in general?
Oh, definitely. After they turned down the millions of dollars from Big Pharma, um, you know, that just speaks volumes about the company. And yeah, I fell in last September 20th in Utah. I went to home office too. And they treated me so well. Uh, they got me a first class ticket back to Dallas. They made sure I was fed. I couldn't go to um, the to attend anymore because I fell on my knee, my head. And so they just treated me first class and made sure I was okay, gave me extra ASEA, gave me extra Renew 28. The Renew Gold wasn't out yet, but I mean, just coming back first class on a Sunday was just, oh, this was very, very peaceful and nice of them to do that.
Yes, and those of our listeners that didn't catch that, Babs had a fall and an injury at a seminar, and this is what she's explaining that the company did for her to get her home. So that was heart touching for sure. So if someone is looking into the business opportunity or looking into whether the products might help them with recovering at the cellular level from, issues that they may have that they're wanting to improve upon, what would you say if they're kind of on the fence of getting started with Redox products or even getting involved with the business?
Well, I was, hey, no, sorry. The mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. So, um, I've always been very open to learn and do research. I've never had a closed mind. So if they can't spend 6 minutes or 20 minutes to do a little bit of research, then they're missing out. They're really not only missing out on an opportunity, but an opportunity to get healthy cells. Because after puberty, we lose 10% of our healthy cells every 10 years. So take your age, figure it out. I was just on Saturday night, my husband and I were at our favorite watering hole. And I was talking to these two gentlemen sitting at the bar, and um, he he's gonna sign up and get some Redux, and it was pretty easy. So I was just telling about losing all the healthy cells at their ages.
Right.
He was very impressed. So
That's
it's a
great.
good product.
Yes, it is. And like you'd mentioned, anyone that wants information, there's science information, there's research information, there's medical doctors and nurses and chiropractors and laymen that it helps everyone who has cells, which is all of us. We have retired midwife in the ASEA group and uses it with babies and mamas. And so truly it's non-toxic and cannot harm you. So that is the beauty of it. And if someone wants to try the product and they're not happy with it, then the company stands behind it. There's a 30-day money back guarantee on any product that someone were to try if they were displeased for any reason. So there really is just a win-win. And we encourage them certainly to give them a try. So what other final closing words would you have, Babs, to wrap up either your experience
Well,
or
you can see behind me, it says, "You always matter." Everyone matters. But you have to take responsibility for your own uh, health, your progress with the health. And if we need extra financial a resource, then take the time and just do your research. It doesn't cost you anything to listen. Take the time to take care of yourself, take care of your family, and keep on keeping on. And join our ASEA family because we certainly are a family. We are all blessed, and we bless all of you.
that's some great closing words. And we would recommend that everyone purchase their products from a reputable associate, just like Babs or myself or other people that are on this call. We do not recommend that you purchase products online because you never know what's really coming in the bottles that you get online. Plus, it does take a little bit of coaching and follow up when someone starts taking the products, and you're going to want that leadership to help you with your journey with these products so that you can get the best results possible. And that's what all of us that are associates are for. So I would like to open it up now for our guests. If you have any questions for Babs, we would love for you to unmute. And also, you're welcome to turn your camera on if you have something that you'd like to ask Babs at this time. We're going to have a shy group. All right, Babs. Well, we certainly appreciate your time. We always love hearing about people's journey and where ASEA Redox has taken them. There's Vicky. Vicky, did you have a question for Babs?
Oh no, I just wanted to tell her thank you for her story and her testimony. Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
Vicky.
all. Mhm.
Thank you so much. Well, we do appreciate it. And just as a reminder to each guest that is listening to this, we do these interviews and hear wonderful testimonies from people like Babs the second and the fourth Monday of every month. So our next Real People, Real Stories will air or Zoom on May 12th. And we'd love for you to join us back at 6:30 in the evening on that call. They are recorded and they're posted on our Creation Chiropractic YouTube channel. So if you'd like to share this with a guest, we encourage that, and you can direct them to the YouTube channel or reach out to us, and we certainly could get you a copy of it to share with your prospects or anyone that you think that you can serve. So again, Babs, thank you for your wonderful testimony, and we would like to wish everyone a wonderful week and have a great evening. Take care.